Hi everyone, welcome to Mr. Ma's English lesson. So today we are going to look at listing, okay? By doing listing, it will help you to improve your vocabulary. So what's listing, alright? Listing can actually help us to check your comprehension skills, check your vocabulary mastery, and also to check your spelling skills, okay? Because when you do listing, first you have to understand the question. Then you have to dig into what you have in your mind, the list of vocabulary that you have, and also you must be able to spell the words. Let's look at an example. Right, you went to the market with your mother. List 3 things you can buy there. So you have to read the instruction first, okay, and identify the keywords. You have to understand that this is at the market and you have to list 3 things you can buy. Then you have to think of the words that you know about market, things that you can buy there. So for example, you can have fish, vegetables, and apples. Okay, let's look at the other example. You went to the market with your mother. List 3 types of meat you can buy there. So again, this is the market, but the instruction says list 3 types of meat. Okay, so you can't be using the answer fish, vegetables, and apples anymore because vegetables and apples are not meat. So what can you write then? Fish, perhaps, okay, beef, and chicken. So you need to know the words, okay, that's your vocabulary mastery, and also you need to know how to spell them correctly. Try not to make any spelling errors while you list, okay? Right, now let's have some fun today. We will try to have a quiz. So please go and get a pencil or paper, okay, a pencil or a pen and a piece of paper. Right, I'll show you a question, then you need to write down the answers in 10 seconds. Right, there are 15 questions altogether, and don't worry if you can't think of the answer. We will check the answers later. So if you can't write 3, you try to write 1 or 2. Okay, now pause this video and get yourself a pencil and a piece of paper. Alright, so now are you ready to go? Start. List 3 types of flowers. Number 2. List 3 types of vegetables. Number 3. List 3 types of local fruit. Number 4. List 3 types of local food. Number 5. List 3 types of beverages. Beverages, 饮料啊 drinks. Number 6. List 3 types of dessert. 甜品 dessert. Number 7. List 3 types of furniture. Furniture, 我们的家具哈 perabot di rumah. Furniture. Next, list 3 types of stationery. Stationery, 文具 alat tulis. Alright, we are halfway through. Next, list 3 types of kitchen utensils. Kitchen utensils. Next, list 3 types of cutlery. You might be asking what cutlery is, but it's okay, just try. Next, list 3 types of electrical appliances. Electrical appliances meaning 电器啊，你在家里用的电器。Next, list 3 types of electronic devices. You have learned this in your year 5, electronic devices. Next, list 3 types of gardening tools. Tools that you need to use in your garden. We have 2 more questions to go. List 3 types of tools. Tools that you can find in your toolbox usually. And the last question. List 3 types of musical instruments. Alright, well done. That's the end of our quiz. We'll check the answers. Alright, now let's check the answers. Okay, flowers, what do we have? Do you have this one? This is called the hibiscus, 大红花. Carnation, 康乃馨. Orchid, 无极花. And this one, the rose. Okay, don't worry if you have other answers. Okay, it's all right. You can have your other answers, but these are just some suggestions for you. Next, vegetables. Okay, vegetables, we have cauliflower, broccoli, aubergine, or we call eggplant, lettuce, spinach, and the last one, okra, or we call the lady's finger. Look at our local fruit. Local fruit means our 本地水果. Okay, fruit that can be found or can be grown in Malaysia. We have durian, the king of the fruits. Okay, mangosteen, rambutan, and langsat. Do you have these? Now you can't be writing apples because they are not local fruit. Next, let's look at local food. Okay, local food, what do you have? This one, our Malaysian famous nasi lemak, satay, roti canai. Okay, beverages. Okay, beverages means drinks, 饮料. Okay, we have orange juice, coffee, milk, and tea. Desserts, 甜品. Okay, do you have this answer? Ice cream, pudding, cake, jelly. Okay, these are desserts. Alright, now next we have your furniture. We have cupboard. Okay, sofa, the one that you can find in your living room, dining table, and wardrobe. Now this is what you use to keep your clothes. Okay, usually it's in your bedroom. Alright, right, now let's look at stationery. Okay, see whether you have these items on your list. Okay, I have pen here. Alright, cellophane tape, ruler, stapler, rubber or eraser, sharpener, scissors, paper clips, and also highlighter. Okay, so you must know some of these stationery, okay, to help you if there is a question on listing. Right, next, let's look at kitchen utensils, things that you can find in the kitchen. Right, we have ladle, the one that you use to take out some soup from the pot. Spatula, your mom uses this to fry something. Sieve, a wok, a pan, and also a pot. Okay, and for cutlery, what do we have? You have a teaspoon, a fork, a knife, and also tablespoon. Next, electrical appliances. Okay, there's a difference between electrical appliances and electronic devices. Now, what do we have here? This one you can find in the kitchen. Okay, it's the refrigerator or the fridge. This one you use to boil water. It's an electric kettle, a vacuum cleaner, a washing machine, microwave oven, and also a toaster. Okay, so these are electrical appliances. Next, let's look at some electronic devices. Okay, you have learned this in your year 5 textbook. You have that. Now, what is the first one? You can call it a mobile phone or a smartphone, an MP3 player, a digital camera, or a laptop. Okay, so these are electronic devices. Right, next we will look at gardening tools. Okay, these tools are very, very popular. You have the first one, you use it to mow the lawn. This is called a lawn mower. Next, we have a wheelbarrow. The next one we use to water plants, we call it a watering can. Okay, the other one, the next one is also something that we use to water the plants, but we don't call it a pipe. Many pupils make mistake. They call that a pipe. Okay, it's not. It's actually a hose. Next, this is a lian dao, or we call it a sabit. Alright, in English it's called a sickle. Next, this is something that we use to move soil. Okay, after digging a hole, you use this to move the soil from one place to another. This is called a shovel. And the next thing is something that you use to rake leaves. So it's called a rake. Next, you use this to dig a hole. Okay, for example, you want to plant something, you need to dig a hole, you use this. Okay, in Mandarin it's called 锄头. And BM is 长钩. In English it's called a hoe. Alright, next one is something like a shovel, but it's small. You use your hand to hold it. This is called a trowel. And this one you use to trim the branches, trim the bushes. Okay, it's like a big pair of scissors. It's called shears, right? We call them a pair of shears. Next, tools. Alright, these are the tools that you might find in your storeroom or your toolbox. Okay, so the first one is a hammer. Alright, you use a hammer to hit the nail. Okay, a screwdriver to tighten the screws. A saw, we use this to maybe saw wood, to cut wood. Okay, a drill, we use a drill to make a hole. Okay, a wrench to tighten nuts and bolts, and also pliers. Okay, we use the pliers maybe to cut some wire. Okay, so these are the tools. Alright, we have come to our final question, musical instruments. Okay, let's see if you have all these musical instruments on your list. Right, number 1, we have the guitar, piano, violin, trombone. This is called the saxophone. This is a trumpet, a flute, drums, xylophone, tambourine, maracas, and also the tuba. Okay, so today what we have done is to try to improve our vocab by trying to list out as many things as we can within the time given. So I hope you can do some revision, and remember, Make sure you can spell the words correctly. That's all for this time. See you next time. Bye.